You know the feeling. A song comes on the radio or shuffles its way through your playlist, and for the next 3 minutes, the world just kind of stops. With Creedence Clearwater Revival, it's more than just a great tune. It's a feeling in your bones. It's the reason a band that broke up over 50 years ago can still, without fail, give you goosebumps. But why? This isn't a story about classic rock. This is about how the voice of one man and the sound of his band from California became the soundtrack to our own struggles, our greatest triumphs, and the moments that make us who we are. To get to the heart of CCR's power, you have to start with the voice. John Fogerty's voice isn't technically perfect, and that's exactly what makes it so powerful. It's a raw, raspy, and soulful instrument that sounds like it's been soaked in the very mud and toil he sings about. It's a voice that doesn't just sing lyrics, it testifies. As band legend has it, when his brother Tom Fogerty stepped back from the lead vocals, he put it simply, I could sing, but John had a sound. That sound is the bedrock of their emotional connection. It's a dark, husky tenor that can slide from a soulful whisper to a snarling, distorted belt, often in the same song. Fogerty uses his voice like an instrument, stretching out words and channeling everything from anguish to pure joy. Vocal coaches will tell you it's his incredible use of grit and twang that makes his voice a character in its own right. This wasn't the polished, pretty sound of a pop star. It was the voice of a working man. It's rugged but soulful, unpolished yet undeniably groovy. That blue-collar authenticity, that feeling that the guy singing has lived the words he's shouting, is the first ingredient in the recipe for goosebumps. It's the sound of someone who gets the struggle, because you can hear it in every strained, powerful, and unforgettable note. But a voice, no matter how powerful, needs a story to tell. And John Fogerty didn't just write songs, he wrote modern-day fables. While many of his peers were off exploring psychedelic dreams, Fogerty was a storyteller for the common person. His lyrics tapped into a deep well of American folklore, crafting tales of struggle, perseverance, and a powerful sense of place. This is where CCR's music becomes timeless. It somehow managed to capture the pride of being a working-class American while also being fiercely anti-establishment. Take Lodi. On the surface, it's about a musician stuck in a dead-end town, but really it's a universal anthem for anyone who's ever felt trapped, forgotten, or that they're on the outside looking in. Or think about Proud Mary, a song that starts with the daily grind of a city job but rolls into a joyful escape, embodying the pure thrill of leaving it all behind for a taste of freedom. Fogerty's lyrics have a deceptive simplicity. He could capture a profound sense of alienation with a line like, wrote a song for everyone when I couldn't even talk to you. He could tap into the pain of a broken home and the hard lesson that good intentions aren't always enough in Someday Never Comes, a heartbreakingly personal song about his own family. This is the second key to those goosebumps, the songs that feel like a personal confidant. They aren't just about a specific time or place. They're about universal human feelings. They give voice to our own inner battles and our moments of sweet relief, making us feel understood decades later. So, you have the voice of a prophet and the words of a poet, but you still need the thunder and lightning. For CCR, that was their signature sound, a thick, humid, and utterly unique style that became known as swamp rock. And here's one of rock's greatest head scratchers. How did four guys from a suburb of San Francisco manage to so perfectly capture the sound and feel of the American South. John Fogerty had never been to the bayou when he wrote their legendary Southern anthems. The answer is that he was a master synthesizer, blending his love of blues, rockabilly, and R&B into something new and potent. The music itself feels simple, but it's incredibly effective. The guitar tones are drenched in reverb and tremolo, creating that swampy atmosphere. The rhythm section of Stu Cook on bass and Doug Clifford on drums laid down grooves that were both rock solid and impossibly funky, creating a pocket that was perfectly imperfect. This sound was the perfect vehicle for the emotions in the lyrics. On a track like Born on the Bayou, the hazy, stormy vibe doesn't just describe a mystical southern fantasy. It pulls you right into it, stirring a primal feeling of wilderness and freedom. Then there's Bad Moon Rising, where a cheerful, upbeat tempo directly clashes with the apocalyptic lyrics. It's a stroke of genius that mirrors how anxiety can creep into our lives with a smile on its face. You want to dance even as the words are warning you of impending doom. Now, where does this perfect storm of voice, lyrics, and music hit harder than in two of their most iconic songs, Fortunate Son and Have You Ever Seen the Rain? Fortunate Son is more than a song. It's cultural artifact. Released in 1969, it's a blistering three-chord takedown of class, privilege, and hypocrisy. When Fogerty snarls, "It ain't me, I ain't no senator's son," it's not just a political line. It's a raw, personal cry of outrage. The song's relentless rhythm and Fogerty's furious delivery channeled the frustration of an entire generation of working class kids who felt they were fighting a rich man's war. Its message was so potent that the song was added to the National Recording Registry in 2013 for its cultural significance. Decades later, it's still the ultimate anthem for the powerless, a cry for fairness that raises goosebumps of pure defiance. Then you have the other side of the coin, the quiet, melancholic beauty of Have You Ever Seen the Rain? On the surface, it's a simple, wistful ballad, but underneath, it's a song about profound sadness. Fogerty wrote it about the turmoil he was tearing his band apart right at the peak of their success. The central question, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day, is a perfect metaphor for that paradox. It's a beautiful, golden time being ruined by an inescapable sadness. The gentle guitars and Fogerty's vulnerable, aching delivery create a moment of shared understanding, a comfort for anyone who has had to watch something beautiful fall apart. For a band that was only really at its peak for about 4 years, Creedence Clearwater Revival left a impossible large footprint. Their legacy isn't just in the number of hits, but in the power of their connection with the listener. The real reason CCR still gives you goosebumps is because they captured something true. They took a gritty, honest voice, paired it with the lyrics that spoke to universal truths, and set it to a sound that was primal and powerful. They created a space where anger felt righteous, sadness felt understood, and joy felt earned. Their songs feel like they were written for everyone because, in a way, they were written about everyone. They're a reminder that our most personal struggles are often the ones that connect us the most. Their music is timeless because feelings they sang about, longing, frustration, hope, and the search for a place to belong, are timeless. And so, we keep listening, finding a piece of ourselves in these songs. We let that raw, powerful voice wash over us and remind us that even in the darkest storms, a light can be still found. What's your favorite CCR song? And what feeling does it bring up for you? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, be sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the music that moves us.